As always, we've got something similar yet different. We're having a very, hopefully not a 40 odd minute video about the Mega Modem 1234 by Avtek. So this modem's a bit later on, from what I remember. It's quite short. My first modem was a Mega Modem. It was a V32, so V34. So it would have been 28K. These guys, you won't believe it, 2400 BPS. So we'll start off, we'll have a quick look at the underside, and it's actually quite lacking on the underside. You can see Avtek's at the same address or a very similar address to Netcom and Banksia, I think. Actually, I thought there's a Banksia right here. What was their address been? Oh, that was Sirius Road, but Lane Cove. So that's the host modem. That's what we're going to be dialing into. It's the VoIP box, Raspberry Pi in the background handles mGetty and asterisk. Asterisk ties into this. mGetty is more about PBP connections, which is how we connect these two point to point. So there's not too much. There's an on-off switch. There's power input, which I didn't have the correct barrel adapter for. It is AC in, so the conversion to DC power is done inside the actual modem. This one, of course, has been recapacited. And we've got a line and a handset, so that's kind of exciting, I like to think. But one of my favorite things about the Avteks, apart from having had one as a child, I mean, that's probably the main reason I like them, but you can see, okay, you can hear when you turn it on. It's on the other side. They're a noisy little modem. Gorgeous though. I always like the aesthetics of, I mean, look, this one it's pretty, how do you say, bog basic, but it's my sort of modem. Yeah, so at the back, it's just a little toggle switch. The power supply that we're running off though, let's have a looky. So we ended up with I'm going to try and pronounce it, 9 volt AC 1 amp. Yes, I mean, this guy could have converted it to DC, but it said no, let's let the modem do that. And there's a good reason for that. Modems, like, you can connect a DC power adapter to this, as long as it's, relatively good spec. You might end up damaging something, so probably don't do it. But I found that when you dial out, and you're using whether it be center positive or center negative, the modem can't communicate. It's like it requires both. It does things inside the modem that need AC. I guess that's all about circuit design though. So at the moment we're booted up to Jammy Jellyfish, which is that top microserver. And this guy is just hooked directly into there with a serial converter thing. So let's start by turning Ethernet off at the top. So Ethernet go away. And let's see if we can just dial out using I need to be sudo? I don't think I need to be sudo. We can actually use the configuration for the bit blitzer, which was also a 2400 BPS modem. The Banksia Information Technology blitzer. So if I type blit, okay, I'll type it blit. So that should work. Ah, it's because I power cycled. Okay, so what it's telling me is because I've got it hooked up to use USB 1, whereas in fact, if we do a sudo nano etc wvdial.conf, I look through here, it's because I broke it yesterday, change that to a 0. So blitzer, oh, it's capital B, okay. Save that, and then 2, and then, maybe it works when you've got capital? Yeah, okay, fine, there, okay, cool. And that's the other nice thing about the Avteks. I like the way that they're labelled and they've got big blinky lights. The later ones are a bit different, but this one had them going horizontally. So we've got, guessing HS is high speed. Auto answer is off because we are on a call. Carrier detect on hook. Receive data, send data. Terminal is ready, and Mr. Modem Retaliator. Yeah, I don't know. And that's gone and set up a PVP connection. Triple P0. And that will give us internet in theory. Well, not the best internet. Let's get some more terminals open. I can't reach all the buttons with only one hand. Oh wait. Oh, there you go. So if I ping Google, McRetro.net. Name or service not known. Now, I remember why that is. It's because if I do a sudo nano / etc resolve. And I look down the bottom here, I'm missing a name server. What's happening up here is this DNS section should work, but it doesn't. I think I broke something a while back and I'm not too sure how to fix it. But I don't mind entering the word name server every so often. 1.1.1.1. But what you'll find is immediately you do a ping after that and it's like, we know where you are now. Sounds some bad times, half a second. 500 milliseconds. And as you can see, every time a ping comes along, there's a bit of sending, there's a bit of receiving. On the later modems, when reliability became a bit better, save on costs. They just made it one LED. Impressive, right? It's got two colors. It's got red, which I can't remember which one that is. It's the opposite to what you think it would be. I think it's red for receive data, green for transmit. Doesn't matter. The point is it's doing both, which is what you need it to do. So, inspiration for Battlestar Galactica right there. Yeah, it stops. Yep, okay. That's interesting. That one had a bit of an issue there. I don't know why I did that. That's fine. That's fine. So we'll kill that. We'll kill this. And what we'll do is we'll just jump over to WV dial. I should be able to dial this if I change the baud rate in here to 1200. And then dial again. We might actually see HS turn off. Or not. No, I can just stay on. I don't know what it stands for. So there you go. That likes to stop working. It's possible that this modem does not play nice. These are all Rockwell chipsets. And if there's one thing Mama always said about a Rockwell chipset, it's that it's better than those garbage soft modems. So if I change this to 300, it'll probably also explode. Of course, I'm just interested to see what happens. it does not like that. But that's fine because I don't care. So I'm going to crack this back up to that. See, now if I turn that off and turn it back on, mgetty may not reinitialize this, the terminal ready light, which means it won't be ready to dial out. Let's see what happens. That's fine. It might have also connected it to another port, so it may not ever dial again. Small prices to pay. Huh, interesting. There's no LEDs. Oh boy. Some gibberish in the pipeline. We're good. Ping works, it all works. So that's good news. Disconnect from that. What we'll do now is we'll just quickly jump into, well, there is no quickly when you're dealing with dial-up modems. No quickly at all. VirtualBox, and we're going to power up Windows 98. There's no way anyone could hate Windows 98. I've booted this probably now 6 times and it hasn't died once. I kind of feel like it might be because I disabled USB. Because you'll remember that we are actually, what is the host key? There we go. We are actually running, so USB is disabled because I do not like it. Serial ports though, you can see here we're using dev TTY USB 0. So that's how the modem interfaces with VirtualBox. Which is why if I go into, where do you go, new hardware, modems. I can remove this modem, add a new modem, and normally I'd have to check that, but watch this. It's talking to the modem. And it's detected it as a standard modem, which is extremely boring. If you go through the actual list of modems, you can see, so this is an Avtek. Did they have anything around Windows 90? Yeah, they did. So in here, these are the modems you'd be more likely to use with something that has a graphical user interface. 14. Oh no, good golly, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 model in here. Mega Plus Fax. This is just a Mega modem. This is the cheap version. Dare me to change it? Okay. Guys made me do it. So now we head over to dial-up thingies. Forgotten how to navigate. It's been too long, Windows. It's been too long. New connection we'll use. But it's a 1-for-1 on that port speed. all fine. I do wonder if it added any strings. No. You can add your own custom strings in there if you need to. That's how I got some of my other modems working. This may not work actually, come to think of it. One, it's the wrong model. Two, it possibly is the wrong model in the wrong era, but let's find out. Telephone number, yep, good old America. Not America, but whatever. Yeah, go back to the credentials. And as you can see, it's trying to. It's talking like it's. There's some send receive going on. I'll just dial that out again. You'll often see that when you dial at not quite the correct speed. Needs to get it a bit on the mister. What modem does this use? The modem is not installed. I'll say no more. Let's go install a modem. So we'll be going with the... Everything is so much more responsive in VirtualBox than on the mister. I'm gonna remove this guy. You know what? I'll let it find it. You do your thing. You detect it, you work out the speeds, you work out the commands. Beautiful. Standard modem. I love it. It's so generic. We have carrier detect. Magnificent. So now, since we're running at such a blazingly fast speed, we can try accessing metrogenkey.net/files. No. What files.McRetro. Oh, it's really fantastic. So hopefully that'll load slowly. Slowly being the keyword. Very strong emphasis on slowly. It's like 100 bytes a second. Come on, let's go faster. Bugger. It's just going to be a timing out. As soon as you jump up to around 9600 modems, you're generally okay for some light browsing, but these are obviously bulletin board modems. You don't want to be doing much more than text. And while some would argue that a website is text, even at 2400 text is painful. I grew up after that era, thank God. Look, we made it to 5,000 bytes. I think that's a pretty good effort for the old mega modem, or 1234. A very attractive modem, but not my style. No. You'll see later on when we get to the V32s, they are my style. Actually, I'd like a V34, but a V34 Biz, but no one's bought me one yet. Two minutes in, we got 8K. One thing that I do notice here is that we've got 8,000 sent, 3,000 sent, 8,000 received. That ratio it's usually 1 to 10 on modern internet. I noticed that back in the ADSL days, which is why we typically have asynchronous lines. You use your download a lot more than your upload. As those who are uploading are content providers, I suppose. Whereas we consume 10K though. Huh. Well, 300 bytes a second. Maximum. Bytes. 2,400 bits per second. I don't know if there's anything else to really load. Oh, maybe there's little images next to everything. But I think that's enough. All right, so there you go. So there's just a demo of that modem connected through the VoIP crazy system. If you want to set up a similar system to this, you'll need a Cisco PAP2T or an SPA112, maybe a 122. There's a whole bunch. You can even use the SPA 3000s, I think, and 8000s. I have used the 8000, but you'll need 2 modems, a bit of phone line cable, and oh yeah, there you go. Just images, little folder icons. That's pretty cool. Oh, binary. Wow. But you can read up on how to do this at Doge Microsystems, DOGE Microsystems. They've got a couple of guides on how to. They've actually set up a pool, so you can have a couple of these, and then you can dial in a few modems. This for me is just internal. This has no external. The VoIP does not leave here; it stays here. But even then, we're getting pings of 500. Worst I've seen is 30 seconds, or close to 30 seconds. I have a feeling that's just it timing out, though. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And this modem will now be donated to a charity who can take care of it. It's been recapped, so it's got another 20 years, hopefully, before things start to leak. But maybe they'll do a better job of taking care of it than whoever had it before me. McRetro, signing off. Oh, I can sign off by pressing disconnect. Wasn't that cool? Till next video.